Okay, with Hisham Saleh, JIWA KORUP is the short film played at the LGBTQ plus film festival. You're from Malaysia. You're in Malaysia right now, so it's 10 p.m. as we're doing this podcast, 10 p.m. on a Sunday night where I am, and it's Monday morning
Kuning.
in Malaysia, right? Monday morning.
Yeah, correct. 10 a.m. in a Malaysia time. Yeah.
So this is an interesting film because everything was done in AI, right? This is an AI film.
Yes, correct. It is an AI film. So it was done almost 100% via AI. It's only then I had a help on the color grading and on audio mixing using normal recording. However, the voiceover, music, images, and full video, even the voice is actually done via AI. Yeah,
And how
such
long
an
did it
interesting.
and how long did it take you to do it, to make the film?
I think writing it take longer. I think
Sure.
writing it is take around 6 months for me to do it.
Yeah.
I think doing the AI itself, it taking me almost 20 to 30 days
Okay.
for me to complete. But I think restructuring it into an AI film is the most difficult. It takes slightly longer, almost a month, for me to cram because I built this film as a full feature film. It's a full feature film. And then when I writing it is around 90 minutes, but I wanted to cram to 15 minutes. So when we wanted to do into the AI film, so I had to shrink some of the part, deleting the dialogue, and then like cramping the story so that it can tell differently than normal 90-minute film and then all. Yeah, so it was 20 days. I had a lot of hard time doing with the AI because I think when I started the AI was still very much at a phase where it moving toward animation, creating the movement, and then all that. And then I think that's the difficult part that I have facing. So it take 20 days. I mean, I didn't sleep for 5 days when I was doing the major part of the film because I think with the AI is try to make it consistency in terms of the characters, the look, the biggest challenge is actually the uniform itself. It's the story is about the police officer. It's actually try to build the uniform that is consistent and then try to build the character reference. I think that is the biggest challenge. So I had it. I think when I started to make it into a proper screenplay and then all that, it take 20 days. But I think testing it taking longer. It's almost a month for me to test in terms of how does the AI can deliver, a characters and then a story, the emotion, testing it. I think I try with different approach so that at least that when I wanted to start with the screenplay,
Yeah.
that it got really consistent look on the storyline, deliver the emotion. I mean, fail attempt. At first, it started like only 5 to 6 minutes, then it grew to 15 minutes. So I think that is the development of it is the biggest challenge.
So the main character,
Mm.
uh, how did you kind of create the main character? Like
I
he
think
he's got a mustache like you.
Yeah, I know.
He's
Okay, so what I did is this is the interesting part. It's actually because the AI could not maintain the characters, right? You have to write the characters. What it teach me is actually like you have to reverse engineer the AI while using the actual people. So I use mine. I use my photo. Actually, I use my photo and then I put it into AI, describe how does I look, and then from there is actually it create the characters and then you change those characters, writing it and then all that. And then what I did was I go around doing similarly like how the production do. You scout around. I went to the jungle. I went to the place and then take photo and then reverse it, engineer it to the AI, so the AI understand how does the look, the Malaysian look, because some of the AI, like they cannot create the local look and feels, because the way they engineered algorithm is mostly is actually a reference to generalization of how does it look. So when it wanted to do a Malaysian characters, that's
Yeah.
when it get difficult.
Gotcha. Okay, so then you made films before, so is this your first AI film though?
I think this is the first AI film, the first AI. I have done short film before, normal production. I have done music videos. I have done script writing for film. It is in Netflix. And then I had done a lot of short film for brand, actually for brand where you do brand campaign and then all that. So I did a lot of short film since I think the beginning was 2014 when I started doing filming, and then that is filmmaking is actually then I think we do normal, but when I discovered this AI, I thought that, oh, something interesting, how does I make this into a film then? Because I think what for me is actually, if the story or the screenplay that I write, I can do it in normal production, I would just go ahead with do it in normal production. But a lot of my story, I think the screenplay that I developed, is the challenging is actually getting the normal production to produce it, because I think with this film even it's way challenging for me to even develop it in Malaysia. There is no people who want to even act in it. And
Yeah.
then I think the nature of it, you when you wanted to do a corruption and then all that, there is a lot of regulation, and that there is permission that you need for to use a uniform and then all that. I mean, that for me was like, when I said it, I said, okay, I have this story I wanted to tell, so then I make it into an AI film.
So then, like you were saying, like because it's a officer, it's a gay character, I guess, and you have like a kind of gay scenes.
Yeah, I know. It is a lot. When the first time I shared to my friend was like, "Are you crazy?" Like they were saying me, "Are you crazy? Are you really want to get caught by the police, or you want to caught by the authority to doing this and then all that? Your story is crazy." So I said that at the end of the day, is when you do it in iFilm, is that's why I put a disclaimer up front that you are creating a another dimension of the story, because at the end of the day, the story is most important, is actually how you want to tell the characters. I think it's not about how this being allowed. So for me as filmmaker, I want to challenge that I think we can do this with AI. Let's produce it, and then if the characters is beyond than what normal film can do.
So then there's also like there's like torture and like kind of violent scenes in it. So if you're going to make this a film, this would be a tough film
Yeah,
to
it's
make,
very
right? Like
tough.
there's like fight scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think into a production, when I count it, if I go into the project, because I think the challenge of it is actually like the torture part, like digging the hole, making it
Yeah.
like making it like very difficult in terms of like the river scene, and then anything is actually, I at first was like, oh, no way that this can produce in normal. Even I think in Malaysia, in other countries, when you wanted the main character to be tortured and then all that, it's very difficult to do it in a normal production. But I do wish that this film, you know people will see it, and then like see that, oh, it's actually this film have a potential as a live action film.
So in terms of the story, where did the story come from for you?
I think okay. So for me, it was I was writing it during COVID lockdown. I was doing a lot of during the COVID lockdown. So I think I had a lot of times, like, I think the idea at first, that Malaysia was facing a lot of corruption issue back then, with the one MDB, and
Yeah.
then a lot of corruptions, scandal here, and then all that. So I wanted to find, in terms of like, say, what drive people toward corruptions. Like what actually drive people to the corruption? Is it the
Yeah.
money? Is it the love or lust? Then I keep questioning myself, right? In terms of I mean, other corruption, it must be a reason why they're doing it. So then when I question myself, like, how do I tell this story about that? Corruption is like that. I think one of the things that I wrote at the beginning when I first writing it, I said like, when someone loves someone, right? They are corrupted by love. You know, they're corrupted by love. That you would do anything for love. You would do anything beyond that normal thing you want to do. So I think that is when I saw the corruption, like, you know, the case where people will buy certain things for their wife, they buy a lot of things for their loved one, and then all that. Why they take a corruption and build a bigger house, you know, build or something? Is it because their desire to do it, or because they want to show the love towards someone? And then I wanted to twist it around that, you know, someone could corrupted by that kind of love and then do it something terribly, that, you know, to show that, you know,
Yeah.
I'm corrupted, you know.
Yeah, gotcha. So it's about like corrupt. It's a film about corruption, and it's also a film about like somebody who really can't be themselves, right? In this
Yeah.
kind of macho kind of environment, I
Yes,
guess,
correct,
right?
correct, correct, correct. So I think that the other angles that I wanted to show is like, you know, that love, universals. I think love are universal. No matter what you do, you fall in love with someone, you know. And then when even as macho as, you know, as a police officer, as authority officer, and then in the country where, you know, this kind of relationship is forbidden, and then all that, how do you, you know, express your love towards someone? And then I think with the boundary that you had, with those struggle that they're facing, they could react differently in terms of expressing their love.
Yeah, 100%. So, and then you said that there's a feature film version of this?
I think I wrote a feature films, a
Yeah.
long version where there is a lot of dialogue, there is a lot more, you know, torture. Even I cut down a lot of torture. There was a lot of R-rated. I almost say that this is R-rated film where it's a lot of, you know, how someone who so desire for someone would want to test himself and then expressing himself, like, it's this kind of love. And he is actually the second character, is actually antagonist protagonist, is actually the one that he was like wanted to understand that what is he's facing, you know, in terms of the gay relationship, in the gay love last, and then all that. So it's
Yeah.
how this. So when I made that film, he was discovering himself through torturing his lover, you know, that he wanted to know, like, is this real thing, or does this is actually love, you know?
Yeah. What is the like is it like the what is how is gay rights like in Malaysia?
I no, it's gay, it's illegal in Malaysia. It's
To leave,
totally
okay,
illegal.
okay.
It's illegal, and then I think in Muslim is haram. Is actually non-permissible at all.
Yeah.
And then I think is there is a law for this, and then the perception. I think there is a, you know, a perception toward that. So that's why I wanted to bring up the story about that, because a lot of people who have that, you know, like that last, that love, they compress themselves, and then they don't know how to express it, and then all.
So like would you like are you able to show this film in Malaysia?
No, I didn't. I can't show it. Even
Yeah.
I only showed the trailer that I built. It was none related about the LGBTQ at all. It's only just about focus on the corruption. The film is not shown to anyone. It's only shown in festival. So we only show it on festival. And then, I mean, I share it among friends that for me to get the feedback and then all that. But it's private. So for me, it's actually we even cannot distribute this kind of film in Malaysia, even online, actually.
So basically, but you're okay though. Like it's not illegal to what you made.
I mean, for me, I'm trying to pushing the boundaries about it. That's why I
Yeah.
send it to the festival film and think I think at the end of the day, as a writer, right? We I think we are not what we are. You know what we write and then all that. But I think the story is unique. I wanted
Yeah.
to tell those story, and then I think I had a lot of screenplay where I got rejected because of the controversial. I'm producing now one where it's very, very controversial. But I feel that as a writer, you got to open yourself. You don't limit yourself when you want to write something.
Yeah. And what do you do as a like you work in the industry as well, right?
Not really. I'm working full time as customer experience manager. I work with an oil and gas company,
Oh,
but
gotcha.
I do filmmaking since 2014. So I do it as my passion project. I had a lot of um uh I think I had around 50 ads now that I produce and then I directed, and
Wow.
then I produce as part-time, that I do it, like as a passion project and then all that. So I still work because I graduate as programmer, so move into the marketing, and then um now I'm doing a lot more non filmmaking related, not non advertising. It's purely about about customer experience at the ground, and I try to build integration between systems, try to improve in terms of customer experience as overall for
Yeah.
the brand that I work with.
So this is a gutsy film in a lot of ways, and it's like you said, there's no way you could have made this into
Yeah,
a live action film with the
yeah,
violence and the
yeah,
storytelling,
yeah.
especially where you live, I guess, right? You have to go to a different country to make this film.
Yeah, I know I have to live in a different country for me to do it this actually. So this film is like you say, it's gutsy move for me to produce this film. It's like it's totally like a different film. It's actually for me, it's actually a top because I wanted a negative perspective of the film, like
Yeah.
totally different. Yeah.
So then are you going to make a longer version of this film with an AI?
No, I'm delivering a different film. Is actually a
Okay.
different film now of 90-minute AI film. So that is actually in currently in development. I have been doing it for almost 2 months now, but it's very, very challenging. As you know, when you're doing AI, at the first time you start learning a lot of even this film, I'm only satisfied 60% or probably 50% of the quality of it, because it's to see the emotion, the movement, the way that try to deliver the story is very, very challenging. So when you wanted to do you have done one and then you've been sent out to the festival and then all that. So for me to do 90 film, I really wanted making it good, that that it deliver the right emotion, because I think it's a tools that to help filmmaking to visualize what you can do with the live action. I think that is most important. It's actually what you can visualize, can do for the live action. And then at the end of the day is also help as a writer to visualize like a lot of struggle that I'm facing even in Malaysia. Like,
Yeah.
when you get a screenplay and then when you want to make it into a film, when you go into a production or you go to pre-production and then all that, the film does not work. The story does not deliver. It's delivered in paper, but it did not deliver to a film. So I think these two help me to understand that, oh, it's actually this one does not work, and then all that. So I
Gotcha.
think with
Gotcha.
the
I
current,
understand. Yeah, totally. So then so the film that you want to make the feature according to the blog interview is that
yeah,
it's a film about grief, right? Like basically
yeah, it's
dealing with
about grief.
grief, and you're saying that in your culture it's kind of something that people don't talk about, I guess, right? Like when someone like losing, like they don't talk about grief as much with about their emotions and the
Yeah,
grand
correct,
scheme.
correct, correct.
And it leads to
So
mental health, and it leads to all
yeah, I
these
think
kind of interior diseases that we can have, I guess, right?
yeah, I know. I think the one that I wanted to show is actually recently, like I came from very small hometowns, like very villages and then all that, a part of Malaysia. So what
Yeah.
happened is actually we had this recent you know, like multiple event where people jump off the bridge and then all that, you know, and then
Yeah.
in a Muslim country where, you know, people try to kill himself or something is foreseen as something really bad, you know, like really like why does this person would do it? Are they lost their religion or something? But then what we deep look at the story, you read about it, is actually they are facing grief. You know, they are facing grief, but grief in Malaysia is people take it as, you know, like, oh, it's actually you look at the God and then you know and take it as something is not psychological, that take it as something that, oh, you can handle it yourself and then all that. So I wanted to make this film about that, like, you know, the people facing about grief, that understanding that grief is normal, it's happened to everyone, you know. I go through, I mean, I told you that I lost my partners when I was young, like when I was 25. He um he died tragically, you know, drowning due to the accident and then all that. It took me 5 to 10 years to grieve and then all that. I was grieving alone because I can't share about my relationship and then all that.
Yeah.
So I think that is kind of grievance that I want to tell. It's like some people does not know how to tell, and then um that how does the grief affect people, and then for me is actually I want to tell that story that, you know, challenge Malaysian audience that, you know, this kind of grievance is actually you need to go through no matter what. You need to go through. I think you need to accept it. You need to find a support system for you within for you to go through. I think a lot of Hollywood film has done the grief and then all that. So, but
Yeah.
I wanted to take it grief. I think a lot of Malaysian audience when they talk about grief and then all this, it generally like just, you know, when someone died, that's it, you move on, you marry someone and then all that. But
Yeah.
actually the reality is the opposite. So I wanted to tell the reality of it, you know, like how the grief lasts even 10 years, 20 years, and then all that. Yeah.
That's it. That's so interesting. It's a great story, like to tell, and like and how you described it and everything.
Mm.
Like I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see you kind of using this, and it's like it takes time, right? It's you know like you're not just like telling, "Hey, make me a movie," telling like AI,
Mm.
hey, make me a movie, and then they're just gonna make it. It's like it's a process, right? It's a
It's a
creative
process.
process.
It's a process. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a process. So I mean, for me, it was like I've been scolding the AI, like, you know, like scolding the AI. Oh no, you don't produce this, and then because AI has limitations. Like, but as a creator or someone who do video,
Yeah.
you need to challenge the AI. You need to get the AI to help you to tell the story that difficult to tell. You know, how do you tell this in a normal film and then all that?
Yeah, 100%. Well, okay, so we and great. It's a great idea. There's like a certain stigma with AI, but I
Yeah,
think obviously it's the future. It's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to get more profound. So
yeah,
congratulations on the success of the film.
yeah.
Before we leave you, we always ask people what film they watch the most times in their life in the blog interview. Do you remember what you said in that question?
No, it's actually I was trying to make it too. So actually, like I used to love Bridget Jones Diaries. You know, like it's
Yeah,
like
that's what you
Bridget Jones
said. Yeah,
Diaries.
Bridget Jones'
Yeah,
Diary. Yeah.
you watch it again and again, again and again, and then all that. I think for me it was the best film for me to cool down because I always write dark story. You know,
Yeah.
I always write dark story. I always write emotional story and then all that. I think as a writer or something that love, you need, you know, the opposite for you to cool it down and then all that. So I watched that that kind of movie. I mean, I have other movies that I love and then all that, like Seven, you know, the darker story and then
Yeah.
all that. But you don't watch it again and again because it mind fucks your mind and then all that. And then it's also not. I think the film that you write and then all that, you don't want to get too influenced with the film that you like to write, you know, like the one that you watch or something.
Yeah.
is actually you watch something the opposite, so that at least that you see it differently, and then all that. I think there is so many other films that I watched. I think the first film that I watched is Von Ryan Express. That was the first film that I thought that was like, okay, this is something different that made me want to write a film, and then all that.
Yeah, and yeah, well, it's great. Congratulations on everything. I
Yeah.
wish you the ultimate best of success with the future. I can't wait to see it when it's done. And
Okay.
I guess enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your
Okay.
film.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for interviewing this and then
Yeah.
all that.
All right.
So thank
Let's talk
you.
again when you make your next film.
Yeah, I know. I know. Can't wait to show it again.
All right.
Okay.